Hi, welcome back to another video. So today I thought I'd jump on, we'd do something I've done kind of once before but a little bit different. I would run through my sort of meal plan, how I come up with what we're having for dinners each week with you. So just a quick recap. Hello if you're new, welcome back if you're returning to watch another video. We are a family of 5 living in Australia. We're in South Australia. It's myself, my partner and our 3 children. So we've got school age, pre-kindy, at childcare, and a baby that was born in late last year, right towards the end of the year. So he is just starting to go to childcare as I'm venturing back to work. But I've been working from home and in the office a few days, so that's why my videos are a bit sporadic as to when I get to do them. This year we have really been focused on our family's budget, trying to get our debt paid off so that we can potentially look at doing something with our house. We live in a very small house. I think it's like 89 square meters of living space inside, and when you've got 5 people in a house, that's really quite tiny. Plus we also have a budgie who's next to me, so you might hear him squawk at some point, and we have a cat and a dog, so very small house for the number of bodies that can be in here. Apologies to the babies down playing on the floor, so you might hear him have a little squawk. We use the budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mum. I had watched a lot of her videos last year, you know, obviously being at home on maternity leave before I had the baby. We really were like, we've got to get our finances in check because we've got to do something with our house now that there's 3 kids. So I really felt what she was, you know, talking about with her budgets and things like that, I really felt that within me. We've tried a lot of different ones. We've done the barefoot way. That didn't work for us at all. When you're on a budget journey, you really have to find that one that connects with you personally. You know, otherwise it's just not going to work. So I love the Budget Mum. I love the way she does it. And if you've been watching, you'll know that so far it's worked amazing for us. We've managed to really knock our debt down. So really exciting. If you've not ever seen the workbook before, go over to the Budget Mum website and have a look. It's got lots in it. So in her workbooks, she has a meal plan page. I don't really ever use this, only for the simple fact that I am very much, just let the bird finish doing his bird things. Must be another bird outside the window he's talking to. I chop and change my mind way too much to put it in here. Plus as well, we sort of have not the same things every week, but within the month we probably have certain meals twice because we don't have that many that the kids will eat willingly. So I use this planner that I bought from our local cheap shop. I think it was like $5, and what I usually do then is I come in to the planner and I'll write down, let's just see if I can find one that I can show you here. So here's one. You'll see I had tacos written down, crossed it out and changed it to chicken. So this is what I mean. I'm too indecisive, and a small space like this in the workbook isn't going to work for me when I'm chopping and changing my mind. So I've been a bit slack the last few weeks. I haven't written out any. It's just been a really busy time with me going back to work, school winding up. We're on school holidays at the moment, and I hadn't even gotten time to do it because really I haven't done a proper grocery shop now for a little while because it's just been hard. The days when I am home now, I'm either working from home or I've got, you know, potentially all 3 kids with me, and if you're a mum, you know how it can be trying to get 3 kids in the car and get into the shops and try to get some shopping done. So what I've done here is I've written out my dinner ideas in the back of the book just so that, excuse me, my partner, like, he knows how to make them all, but he might not know, like, whenever he makes the spaghetti bolognese, he will always forget to put in the carrots and the onions and those sort of things. I actually make my own pasta sauce. I buy the big jars of passata from Aldi and I make it myself because that way I can put in a lot more different things. You know, I load it with herbs and spices, but I can put in like mushroom, zucchini, carrots, onion. I put in sometimes like 2 of the frozen cubes of spinach from Aldi. We have a Thermomix, so I sort of cut it all up in there, put it all in and cook it, and then that way the frozen spinach will melt through. But I thought I'd quickly run through some of the things that we have here for dinner that our kids enjoy. Now, our kids love anything that has rice in it. They'll both eat that and eat the whole meal and generally go for seconds. Also, our middle child is mashed potato mad. So anything that we can put mashed potato in is always going to be a winner with her. And she's probably the pickiest one at the moment just due to the age. So she is 2. She turns 3 this year, and it sounds like they're coming out of, oh no, that was a cat coming in the cat door. I thought it was someone breaking out of their bedroom at a rest time. So turkey rice. Now we've got many names for this. Turkey taco is really what we call it in our house, but to describe it best, I thought turkey rice is the best way to call it. So we use a turkey mince. You can buy that from Aldi. They've got like their Aldi brand mince. We do all of our shopping at Aldi. You'll soon realise when I'm talking about this. So turkey mince, that gets cooked up and then we put in whether it be a taco or a burrito seasoning. I think the burrito seasoning, one of them is a little bit milder. There is one that if we put it in there, have to water it down because otherwise it's a bit too spicy for the kids. White rice, we quite like, now I might pronounce it wrong, the basmati rice. It's just a bit finer than the white rice, not as heavy and not as gloopy. So I quite like that, but last time we went to the shops we only bought white rice, so that's what we've been having with it. And then just diced up avocado and feta when the avocados are in season. They're currently not in season anymore. The Hass avocados, they're the nicest. So this really, it's more of a summer dish because we can't get the avocados in the cooler weather here, like not cheap and not fresh. And then just whatever like side salad we have in the fridge. We actually make 2 cups of the rice when we make this and we mix it in together with the cooked, once the rice is cooked, we mix it in the pan with the turkey mince. I always leave a little bit of seasoning left over to sprinkle over the rice, mix it through, and we will always get 8, maybe 9 meals out of this. Potentially if we had like more avocado, if we had 2 avocados, we'd definitely get comfortably more than 8 meals out of it. So that's a really good one. The kids love it and it's something a bit different. Now obviously not everybody has the same, they can't, you know, it might be your religion, you can't eat certain meats, or it might be the, you know, the diet lifestyle that you choose, whether you be vegetarian, vegan, and there's, you know, all the different intolerances people can have. But most things on my list you could chop and change to use whatever sort of meat or protein source that works for you. I feel like most of them probably could be changed around. But yeah, these are just what my family enjoy. Savoury mince. So I've got down here as well, I'm not sure if you can see it, shepherd's pie. Now shepherd's pie, it's basically mashed potato on top of the savoury mince and then cooked in the oven. But I also do a savoury mince like with rice because again, the kids love rice. So my notes here are pretty funny, like potato, very nice. But it's just beef mince, cooked up, tomato paste, that sauce, that one that no one can pronounce, and I'm not going to do it and have that live on the internet forever. A can of diced tomatoes, like onion and carrot are a staple. They go basically in everything that I make. And then yeah, whatever other things I've got in the fridge. So if I've got mushrooms, a zucchini, anything that I can throw in there. And then with the red meats, we actually use brown rice. We find it just tastes a lot nicer than the white rice. And obviously if we're making shepherd's pie, we don't put the rice in, then it's got the potatoes on top. One time when I made this, I diced up some potatoes and put them in, and I let it cook probably for like an hour on the stovetop with the lid on the fry pan. We've got like a really big, deep fry pan. And the potatoes, it was almost like a stew. And so it was very nice with the potatoes in it. I'll just go and move that baby. Obviously, he's tired of being on the floor and he's got himself in a funky position. So I'll just go move him and I'll be right back. Okay, he's here joining me. So that's the savoury mince and really the shepherd's pie. Then we've got spaghetti bolognese, very straightforward. The one thing I do here is we actually make a separate pasta for the kids. So we make them a serve of macaroni because it's easier for them to eat. And again, they will always eat their whole meal. And leftovers again, yes, we usually get about 10 leftovers from this because we do the 2 different types of pasta. So we can do as much as we sort of think the kids are going to eat. So I think it's like 1 cup of macaroni. We'll do both of them and give them a little bit of leftovers. So I usually try to do 2 cups of macaroni. But if I really want to stretch it further, I could do more. I make my own pasta sauce with the passata, like I said. And it's really, again, one of these dishes, like you just throw everything, whatever's in the fridge, freezer that can get thrown in, gets thrown in. We use pork mince for that because we just find it has a better flavour. But everyone, again, is different. Taco kit, our eldest loves tacos. But because we're on a budget, I find they're very expensive to buy because you've got to buy either like a taco kit or to feed all of us. You need a lot of the, whether it be the hard shell or the wraps. So what we do is the kids, they like the wrap, so the burrito kit. We let them have the wraps and we make ourselves some brown rice and we have a taco salad. That way we can stretch it out to make enough meals for 2 nights. So I don't know about you, but like being on a budget, the meals are getting stretched. I'm trying to pack enough goodness in them that there is enough nutrition to stretch them out that far. And you know, we always then have, if it's a smaller meal, try to have a salad on the side or that kind of thing to bulk it up. But you know, the kids are eating all day, they never stop. So if the meals potentially one night are a bit scarce on nutrition, it's not like they haven't eaten all day. We've gone through the shepherd's pie, chicken schnitzel. So we actually make our own chicken schnitzels. So because like I've said, we've got the Thermomix, we actually blitz up chicken breast in the Thermomix and we use almonds as the crumb. You can use breadcrumbs as well, but we really like the flavour and the texture of the almond crumbs. And you just crumb it like usual with an egg. I think you do the egg and then the almonds. I'm not sure. My partner, he's the one, he's really good at making that. And then again, you can just have that with a salad or burger buns with some chips out of the oven or something like that. We've got curried sausages. I really like this. I don't think anyone else in the house does. Maybe I made it too many times and sort of burnt them out on it. But in the Thermomix, I actually steam the sausages and then peel the outside layer of the sausage off and just make up a sauce in the Thermomix. I'm not sure how it's done because it's just a recipe on there, but it's just, you have in the like, I think it's the mustard powder and a bit of curry spice. And we have that with mashed potatoes, and you can put different then like corn, carrot in with it, and that's really quite nice. And another good one, because it's got the mashed potatoes in it, you can really push that further. And again, I know at least one child will eat anything with mashed potatoes, so it's a hit with her. Tuna Bake is a newer one to the list. I don't actually like tuna, but I take one for the team and I'll make this for everyone else because again, we can stretch it out to do 2 nights, and I just have something different, so I might just have like a peanut butter sandwich that night. And it's just really easy. It's a can of tuna, breadcrumbs. So all I do with the breadcrumbs is I either have old bread, and if I don't have old bread, I'll just toast it in the toaster for a little bit, sort of dice it up, and then I put it in the Thermomix. If you had a food processor, it'd be the same thing, and just dice it up really fine, just make my own breadcrumbs. I'm not going to waste money buying breadcrumbs when we always have like bread here and potentially old bread anyway that no one actually wants to eat. I do have had some old bread there for a while, so I sort of cut them up and I put it in the freezer then, so I've always got some older stuff I can use potentially if we had nothing in the house, let's say COVID hit us or something like that, and we couldn't go to the shops. I have everything I need always to make this, because we always have macaroni because we need it for the spaghetti, and generally always have the big can of tuna because it's not expensive. So this meal, like all up, the most expensive thing would probably be the cream corn, really, because you can't buy that from Aldi. The tuna, the can is expensive, but not when you break down how much is in there. So again, that's a really easy one. I've had no complaints so far, and it's really good because I can sneak in a heap of, like, again, this frozen spinach. I put in more corn generally, carrots and onion, that sort of thing. Sneak it all in there and they never know. And that's just like a general, like, tuna mornay sauce that goes with it. Then here's one that I want to try. We haven't done it yet, but a burrito bowl. So very similar to the turkey rice, but using pork. The recipe says to use pork chops. So I would like to try this one soon. So it's just pork. It says to make your own burrito mix, but they're very cheap to buy. And I could make one, but I would worry about it not remaining fresh. So just a burrito mix to go with the meat, sour cream, avocado, a salad to go with it. So like lettuce, carrot, that sort of thing. And then we used to have cauliflower rice all the time when we were sort of doing, I don't know if you've heard of it, keto. We did that for a little bit and like it was good, went well for us. We don't do it anymore. It's too hard with the children. But could either make a cauliflower rice or I think just brown rice would be nice with that. But cauliflower rice, if you haven't had it, you should definitely try it out. Like, it's not as revolting as it sounds. Let me just see. Yep, you can see that light is just fading away a bit here. Then we also have our fake away or our lazy night. So generally we always have these in the house. Like, they always get bought every week when we go shopping for those nights when we don't maybe have any meat out. We're at the end of the week of the shopping, or it's the weekend, we want to like have something lazy for tea. So we always buy hot dogs and hot dog buns from Aldi, and I actually buy the kids a packet of the cocktail frankfurts because they don't like having a hot dog in the bun. So I don't buy them buns when they're not going to eat it. They have then the cocktail frankfurts get cooked up, and I just chop them up for them. And sometimes we always have like eggs in the house. So the other day when we had this, my partner actually made scrambled eggs, and so they had like egg and sausage. Just like, another way, it was still a nutritious meal with the egg, but a lazy meal because we're not having to like dice up veggies, turn on the oven, like minimal dishes to wash. Love it. We always have frozen pizza in the freezer, again, just for the lazy nights. Nuggets and chips for the kids because, again, like weekends and school holidays when they're home at lunch, it's just good to be able to throw something in the oven for them. And then we often, if they have nuggets and chips for tea, we'll have squid and chips, or maybe like chicken chippies or something like that, a bit different. We don't have nuggets and chips. But in the house, we generally, like I said, we always have eggs. We always have salami because our eldest likes having cheese and salami sandwiches for school. So kind of gross, but she likes it. So we've always got that if we want to make toasties. We always have bread, and generally like fruit and veg always in our fruit bowl or in the fridge. So those are just a few different options. If you're looking for cheaper meal ideas or, meals that you can stretch out to do 2 nights to help the budget stay lower, you'll see there's a lot of things in here. Like, I can buy if I buy a bag of potatoes, I make sure that we're having either the shepherd's pie or the savoury mince or the curried sausages that week to make sure that that bag of potatoes gets used up. So whenever I'm doing something, you know, if we have spaghetti and use half a packet of macaroni, we'll have tuna bake later to use up the rest of the half bag of macaroni, just so that nothing's going to waste. But look, I hope that gives you some ideas, and that's what we do for our meals. So I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meals here, and everything except for this burrito bowl because I've not made it yet. So 8 meals, and all of them are minimum 2 nights worth of dinner. So it's a lot of food there. And I'm only buying the packets of mince, you know, the 500 grams. So I'm stretching that out. If you want to know some more about different things, maybe of how I put it together, I can go through, you know, a more detailed video if you wanted to see like how it turns out, how it looks, how we mix it together. Just let me know. But that's probably it for now because it's been a longer video. I will... You got lots to say. I will see you on my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.